Rachel Holford-Nesson.com here with three-time U.S. Olympic gold medal winning gymnast and team captain Aly Raisman. Aly, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, Aly, after the Rio Olympics this summer, during which you earned your sixth Olympic medal, you've kept very, very busy. You were recently on stage with a number of powerful women, including Gigi Hadid, who we just saw in the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and actresses like Lena Dunham. For the Perfect Never campaign by Reebok, what is it about this message that hit home with you and made you want to be a part of it?
Well, I think it's something that everyone can relate to. I think a lot of people at least, they have this ideal image of what perfect is in their mind, and they want to be that. And it's almost like no matter what you do, you're never satisfied with the way that you look. So it's kind of just a campaign about, spreading the message that there's no ideal body type, there's no ideal hair color, haircut. It doesn't matter what you look like, and you have to find a way that it's not about looks that matter, it's about the person that you are on the inside that matters most.
Here at the New England Sports Network, we love the fact that you're a Boston girl, you're born in Needham, and you're a big Boston sports fan. You were recently at the Bruins game, and then you shared this great picture on Twitter of you at the Bruins game 10 years ago. So how closely do you follow along with these teams?
Well, I'm on the road a lot, so it's a little bit hard sometimes. I can barely keep up with my own stuff. I'm on an airplane at least, sometimes 3 to 4 times a week, and it's been so amazing how busy I've been. So I try to keep up as much as I can. But, whenever I'm home, I do love, watching the games on TV and just relaxing and sitting on the couch. But I've always been a big Boston sports fan. I went with my dad a lot when I was younger as a kid.
You've had the opportunity to meet a number of the players on the various teams. You had guys like Tom Brady support while you were competing at the Olympics. Does any conversation stand out to you where you've been given great advice or words of encouragement from these guys?
Well, I think that out of all the guys, I'd say I'm closest and know David Ortiz the best. I was just in Punta Cana with him for his charity event, so that was really amazing to be able to be there. Obviously it's for an amazing cause, and it's great to see how many athletes and how everyone respects him so much, and rightfully so. But it's just he's amazing. He gets it. He's very he's good under pressure. Obviously, he's been doing this for so many years. So I respect him a lot. I look up to a lot of the Boston sports players. I think that they're all incredible, and I would love to, get to meet more of them. I think they're really incredible, and I think I have a lot in common with them.
Of course you do. Boston sports athletes who we look up to supporting each other. That's great to hear. Another athlete who looks up to you. There's a very cute video that resurfaced of Simone Biles being very overly excited about receiving a text from you a number of years ago. That was before you were friends and, of course, competed together, and a lot has changed since then. How much do you keep in touch with girls like Simone from the Olympic team?
I talk to Simone the most out of all the girls, just because we're both traveling so much right now that we'll text each other if we're on the airplane, or we'll just kind of keep each other updated with what we're doing. But, it's kind of crazy because we were together, like 4 times a week for the last 5 months, and then we haven't seen each other in about a month. So we're both kind of having separation anxiety from each other. We haven't seen each other in a while, but I think we'll be together in like a month or so that'll be good, and hopefully we can see each other before that.
Well, you've mentioned your busy schedule, and part of the reason for that is probably this new jewelry collection that you're launching called Heartful Hands, available exclusively at Piercing Pagoda. Now, if people were watching you during the Olympics and seeing you make the symbol of the heart to the camera, they may be a little excited to learn that had some influence on the design of this collection. So tell me a little bit about what inspired you to be a part of this.
Sure. So, I think that, even going off what we said earlier with the Reebok campaign of Perfect Never, it's really important to me to align myself with companies that I really believe in and promote good messaging. I think that, with our generation, in our world today, I think it's really important that the younger kids, they can learn to be respectful and kind and caring to one another and supportive. And so the gesture of 2 hands coming together to form a heart it's basically spreading that message of just teaching young kids to be supportive of one another, to love each other. And, we hope that if kids are wearing this, all the pieces have hearts in them. So if they look down on their wrist or on their necklace, they're their earrings, that it reminds them to be a kind person and to be loving, because that's what, people will remember about you at the end of the day.
It's the perfect time to check this out as it's right around the holiday season. Where can we find this jewelry line?
So you can find it at the mall, at your local mall, Piercing Pagoda, or you can go to piercingpagoda.com.
Very good stuff. And as far as things outside the jewelry line, what's next for you? What can we look forward to watching you in?
Right now I'm not really sure. I've been very lucky to be very busy. I've been doing a lot of appearances and a lot of stuff for sponsor obligation stuff, but there's a lot of exciting stuff, I'd say, coming out in the next few months, but I'm not allowed to say until it comes out. But I'm looking forward to the beginning of 2017, and it's always exciting. I'm always kind of keeping, I met someone yesterday and it was really amazing. They said not to let the 2016 Olympics be the highlight of your life. Just keep having highlights in your life, and that can be obviously an incredible memory, and it's certainly hard to top, but you always kind of have to have the mindset where you're always doing more and exciting things, and just keep your life full of happy memories. So that's kind of my mindset going into 2017.
That's a great mindset to have, and it's one that you've had before, because this isn't the first time where you're coming off an Olympic success. So what is it like that year that you participated in the Olympics and now you come back and there's still excitement surrounding you? How does this year particularly compare to other years when you're closer to training and getting back at it in the gym?
Well, I'm not training right now just because I'm taking advantage of all the exciting opportunities I have, and I enjoy having a break. We had a 3-month tour after the Olympics, so it ended about a month ago. So, I really only had a month off of everything. So I'm going on vacation with my family. I'm going to Mexico at the end of December, which I'm really excited about. So right now I'm just I'm staying healthy and eating healthy and working out maybe like 2 times a week, just because I haven't had that much time. Of course, I would like to work out more than that, but I've just been so busy. Like today my first interview was at 8 a.m. and then I have a flight. I'm going till 3:45 a.m. 3:45 p.m. for interviews, and I have a flight to Denver tonight. So it's just kind of, there's no time to work out today, but it's kind of, that's okay. For the first time, I can kind of relax if I don't have time to get a workout in, so it's nice.
Well, it's very evident you are a busy girl. Enjoy some much-needed downtime and well-deserved downtime. I know here in Boston we will be following along closely with anything you do in the future. Best of luck, Aly.